Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
How are you all doing? Hi, Sheila. How are you tonight?
Good, thank you, ma'am. How are you too?
Good, good. How are the kids? School is good?
So far, so good.
Thank God. Hey, welcome to Reflections for a Thirsty Soul, and it's Straight Talk tonight. I trust you're all well. I have Sheila Amajo Adamson with me. We're just going to come and talk at you. So welcome. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just share to a few pages, and then we can talk. So the topic today, and that's what I was trying to find, is be unapologetically you, finding yourself. Just give me a few secs. So you know what's going on with this COVID, and they are telling us to, what do you call it? I think I hear there'll be some announcements tomorrow
Oh, okay.
about restrictions, or like, keeping your Thanksgiving very
Yeah,
small, not large gatherings.
yeah. No, no large gatherings and not more than 10 people, they said, right?
Yeah. And
Imagine
the
how,
thing,
if you have more than 10 chilled people around you, how do you cut all of them off, right?
yes. Yeah. So it's almost like what you're going to break up into groups, or, three groups have things like you can't all see each other at once, eh?
At the fort here, when the COVID was that serious, what the neighbors did, which was very, very nice, is
Mm-hmm.
they did an indoor um backyard doors together. So they
Mm-hmm.
open each doors and they are distant, but they were sharing food, kind of a picnic. I think it was a beautiful thing.
Yeah. It's it's funny though, they are telling us to do, what do you call it, wear mask and just use one serving spoon. Just some interesting things. My daughter was the one saying it. I'm like, oh really?
Oh,
But I don't
wow.
know.
Even with how we share our food to have to be restricted. Oh, no, no, no.
Yeah, yeah. So today, like, I've shared to the groups now so we can start.
Okay.
Um, this is the page where we do, all kinds of things regarding
Yeah,
the book, the ad that you just looked, Reflections for a
yeah,
Thirsty Soul. And so we started a live last Sunday, the first one of The Beauty of a Woman's Heart Real Talk. So some of this, I do this unapologetically you, because it ties in with some of the things that we as women are facing. So if I get an idea in my head, I sit down and I write about it. So I'm just going to read and we'll discuss, right? So um, I was saying that finding yourself. So many of us spend a lot of our lives running around trying to please others. I'm talking from the perspective of a woman.
right.
So it could be our children, our families, our spouses, our friends. But what happens sometimes is that we lose ourselves in the process. You see, we the women, we're very, what do you call it? Kind, nurturing, mainly, right? And you want to do your best for everybody. So you just run yourself ragged. We're not here to say it's a bad thing. We're just saying that, where are you? Right? So the question is, it is important to find or have a healthy balance. Do we women especially get so wrapped up in taking care of others that we forget ourselves? What are your thoughts, Sheila?
The last time Sister Wo made a mention of we are all women, or is it you who said not
Mhm.
all of us that are?
Hi, Miss Sage. Welcome.
Thank you
Mhm.
to have you, message. Not all of the women that are that are women, meaning not all
Mhm.
of them that will do what women are doing or what
That's
women
true.
does.
Mhm.
So my little thought about this will be a little divert from we being online unapologetic and become accept the situation and how we can come out of it.
Mhm.
The reason why I'm bringing this topic in is because of the video that I watched where a woman was being beaten blue black, where people were videoing and talking, and they waited until the woman fought from the beginning. It was the
Yes.
energy she has. She
Mhm.
was trying to pull off,
Mhm.
trying her best until the man or the guy overcome her.
Mhm.
And my surprise was people were watching and talking. They are not far from the scene. They were talking. Whatever the crime was, I don't know. I don't understand their language. But
Mhm.
sleeping over it and the entire day at that kitchen, I
Mhm.
had an order for the a client, and
Mhm.
I think I forgot totally about myself for some point, because the question I was asking myself is, if I happen to be this woman and I was
Mhm.
humiliated like this, how
Mhm.
do I come out from this shell and be
Mhm.
me again?
Mhm. I
You
hear
see?
you. I hear you. I watched it and I was, what you were saying, the bystander effect. We're just standing the spectators, not
Yes.
doing anything. Have we become so cold and so inhumane?
The
Like,
question I keep asking
you
myself,
know,
ma'am.
and I'm thinking too that, like, what is wrong with that man? Somebody put like you came out of a woman and well, if that was your wife, is that even, it doesn't even matter who she is. Why do you treat another human being like that?
Yes, and for those watching, I'm like, did is this really who we are? And the media is exposing us like this, or
Mhm.
or I don't know. Is it the media? I think that was what I wrote over there. Is it the
Mhm.
media that has turned us into this inhuman
No, you
behavior,
know something?
or
It was going on, but we never saw it before because the social
so
media
we are
stuff
now
was not
being
there.
exposed? We are now showing
Yes,
exactly who we
yes,
are.
yes. And
Oh,
maybe it's a
then
good.
it's bad.
Yes, it looks bad, right? On the one hand, it looks bad, but then on the other, you think about it and you go, it's good it's coming out so that people can talk about it and get more conscientized because it's getting crazy. It's and it's even today I read something. Well, I was going to post it, but I didn't. My Australian High Commissioner,
Okay.
he's traveling. He's I think he went to Kumasi. Now he's in Sunyani. So there
Okay.
was this post. Hi, mwah, mwah, chop kids. So
Hello.
So there was this, what do you call it, post. And I think he was talking about gender equity, and people were saying, why is gender equity important, right? And so
Right.
he's always explained himself why it's important to him. But some of the comments that I was reading, oh, in Ghana these days, this and this is going on. So all women are equal or everything is fine. And then somebody said, oh, let's keep things the way things are. Let's not worry about it. I was reading some of the comments and I'm saying to myself, really? But one person spoke the truth, a guy. He said, a society in which the higher ups allow women in authority to be abused and does nothing about it and keeps mute. So, we can think we are as independent, we've gone to school, we have jobs, we're doing this. But if the culture still holds women in a certain light, it's very difficult to break the cycle and make people change their minds. So, like what we saw, it's so disturbing, it's disheartening, and you go, what?
And I think if I was from that village, I will organize a rally, and for us,
Who will
for
come?
women to God.
Sheila, it's some of
It's
the
so
women themselves. It's
disturbing.
some of the women themselves who even, some of the women will even say it's good that she's being beaten. You know what I was saying the last
Yeah.
time when we started the
Hmm.
sassy women, that sassy women are women that men are intimidated by and women are threatened by. So maybe she's somebody who speaks her mind or this or that. So some other woman is not able to speak her mind. When we say speak your mind, we don't mean that go and insult your husband and
No.
no, but we say that as a human being, you honor yourself and you speak your truth. So if something is not working for you, you are able to verbalize and say, hey, we do you get what I mean? But
Yes.
there are some women who will be happy. There are some that they've been in the status quo so long that they think that is how it should be. Like right now, if a group of us, 5 women, get together right now, people expect us to be talking about our children and talking about food and cooking. And maybe I don't
Hmm.
want to do that. I want to talk about something more interesting, but they'll say, oh, why, or our culture, when we go into somebody's home, a setting, the men will be gathered here and the women will be over here. And so there's one lady that I remember her. You see her with the guys talking politics and what, and I'll be laughing. I say, yeah, I'm that way. Like there's nothing wrong with trying to have a conversation or be part of a conversation, right? But we always think that there's a place for women and there's a place for men. So we do this division thing, but we should be fluid. Like, you can have a little girl right now running around. She wants to be a mechanic, and you have a guy running around, maybe he wants to be a nurse or be in some field for women. What does it matter?
There is a lady, a young girl actually. I wouldn't call her a lady because I would give her maybe 16, 15 or something.
Mm-hmm.
She where I change my oil and do change my oil and maybe check my tires more often. If I
Mm-hmm.
the lube, if I drive there, there's a
Mm-hmm.
young girl. She's like, this is. She was like, this is all I want to do. She's in school, but after school, that's where she goes to practice and all that. So
Good.
the last time I was like, you know what? I admire you so much,
Yes.
and very soon you should have your own loop with your name
Yes.
on it. You should do that because you know what? If I hear you people telling me this at first of all, I'll say, yeah, you will do this and you will own
Mm-hmm.
your own place and you have
Mm-hmm.
your own franchise. It was, oh, that is
Yes.
me going big. You
Yeah.
just have to support
And she's
and
gonna
encourage
make a
more.
work of change and look after herself and be
Yes,
independent and not be a burden
yes.
on
And,
anybody. Because
and she's like so much doing it with joy. She have the
yeah,
dress on with all the things in it. She's taking this from here and doing
it's
it.
it's
It's
her
just fun
passion.
and
It's
beautiful.
her passion. She loves it. Yeah. Because these days, when you turn around, all you hear are women fighting and exposing each other's secrets.
Uh,
Now there's another, so like what are we up to? But back to the question, do we get
yes.
lost? Do we get wrapped up in taking care of somebody that we forget ourselves?
Of course, I came in with that video. If you are in that position, you get lost. You get lost. You can't talk again. That it wouldn't
Mhm.
be you. She wasn't only beaten. She was brutalized. She was
Yes,
she
humiliated in front of people.
humiliated and everything in that video. Okay, and then how would she be able to walk up high again? Some people
Yeah.
can do it, but a lot
Mhm.
wouldn't be able to do it again.
Mhm.
And if she's bold enough and 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 come out
Mhm.
and said damn the consequences and do
Mhm.
whatever she have to do as a woman, if we don't label her a witch or
Mhm.
call her other names from we the
Mhm.
same women, then
Mhm.
what else? You see,
Yes. Yes.
it's hard. So yes, auntie, yeah, we it's also demeaning us. Or
Yes.
so should I put the word de modelize or whatever
Yeah.
into it?
Demoralizing or
Yes,
degrading
yeah,
us.
exactly.
Because if you're a
Mm-hmm.
woman who was standing by when this was happening
Right.
and you didn't speak up, it's
Yes.
you. It's you who's being beaten. So if you are standing there, it should tell you that there's no regard for you. There's
No,
no respect for you.
it's
But
really heartbreaking.
yeah. But you see, it's like it's been so ingrained in us, like the lengths to which we go. Young ladies, I'm not married yet, and worry, and and then you get married, and then where are the children? Where are the children? Where are the children? The pressures, the constant pressures. So it's almost like, is that all that you came here to do?
Auntie, apart from people coming to tell you, why are you not married yet? As a woman yourself, you have done knocking on your head already. Because
Mm-hmm,
I went through that. For those
mm-hmm,
of us that are in our 40s and our children are very little, of course we wasted time. What do they say? Time was passing us by. That
mm-hmm.
is how they tag us. The last time Amma Manson and the other sister Sika was having a program about, is it the curse if you have a child? I
Yes.
wanted to get in there, and this is what I wanted to say. When you get to
Mm-hmm,
30 to 35 and you don't have a serious relationship or a child
mm-hmm,
as a woman on yourself, unless you've told yourself, I don't want any child, and you're not talking about
mm-hmm.
it. But if it's something you want, you are already questioning yourself already.
Yes. Yes.
If nobody is attacking you in that aspect, you yourself
Mm-hmm,
is you are already, because I was even beating up myself a little.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
Which is
was
normal.
which is normal for, so
Mm-hmm,
imagine you already questioning yourself, God, is it going to happen to me, or is it not, and all that. And then here is
mm-hmm,
the case, you have people now pouring more fire into
mm-hmm,
it.
mm-hmm,
So you see, the stigma
mm-hmm,
of our sister, that she was doing all that she could, um, having all this oppression and telling herself at all costs I must have it. She's fighting herself already from that. And
mm-hmm,
here we
mm-hmm,
have all these people attacking. You are old. When is your own child
mm-hmm.
coming? And
Yes.
when is your own husband coming? And here's the case. Maybe you have trying to manage one excuse of a man. Excuse my
Mm-hmm.
language, man.
So it's it's this is the thing, because even like the young ladies, I know I have daughters. So when you reach a certain stage and it's not coming, you wonder. But then you ask yourself, all
Yeah.
these ones, excuse me, if you've married recently, or you married in the last 5 years or whatever, and obviously, I'm not taking away anything from anybody. It's nice if your relationship is good, this and that. But how many are there who would come and tell us the truth too, that, oh, maybe I rushed, or maybe it is not what I think it is. you know did I settle?
Yeah.
Maybe I should have taken my time. It's like
Hmm.
we're so caught up in that myth, right? That my thing about it is that the reason why somebody might well ask, oh, why are you talking about these things? Because when I was growing up, nobody told me about these things. You are
Yeah.
just growing. Do you get what I mean? You are there, you are looked after, you are fed, you are this, go to school, do this, do that. But life, I never saw, I don't remember seeing groups of women, or even two women or one woman sitting and talking like we talk these days. So
No.
I'm thinking that, maybe it would have been smoother if people, and we too, the katasumwemwa, so the cover up that we do in our culture. Because of the cover up that we do in our culture. So if there's something going on, we don't, you kind of kasakwan, we go this way. We don't go straight. So people don't tell you the absolute truth. Yeah, has a comment. Let me read it. Because of the pressure and the feeling of the clock ticking, women are made to feel like the men are doing them a favor. Thank you. Thank you. Mwah. It is true. It is true. It's true. It is. Because everything depends on the woman. Every time you turn around, oh, our so I say, if the man is misbehaving, maybe he's not even misbehaving, but he goes to work, he comes and he's not doing anything particular to make you feel a Ukraine, and oh, because you have a man, and you'll be quiet, just make the marriage work. Like, people, you are supposed to be engaged. Do you get what I mean? But yeah, no, BBA, we teach women that, oh, BBA, so like, what is it? What is it? I read something somewhere recently. I forget where I saw it, or was it one of my daughters who showed it to me, about a lady whose husband raped her own daughter. And then she said to the daughter, the husband is the breadwinner in the house, so she shouldn't say anything. So don't we have some of those women walking around right now? Like the
A lot.
people, yeah. So for this young
I have
girl,
a friend.
that is betrayal.
The ever first friend, or the ever first person I will call a friend in this Canada, is an Afghanistan.
Hmm.
And and I was in Quebec, and we were at the same French school together. I attended Cégep Saint Foy in Quebec City
Hmm.
because I wanted to do French as a second language.
Hmm.
So I was there. And
Hmm.
Yelda was there because you also have to take French as a second language as well.
Hmm.
That's where we met.
Hmm.
Yelda, what, um, and I walk into the mall, and she would love me sharing her story. That is why I mentioned her name. And
Hmm.
Yelda, wherever you are, if you find this video, I've missed you and I would love you to call me. Yelda uh, came across about 3 or 4 girls. So she greeted them and they won't respond.
Hmm.
But like I said, I'm just a type that ignore things. I don't question certain things. So I didn't question. So she came back to ask me, did you know I greeted them? I was, yeah, you greeted. They wouldn't respond. So who cares? He was, no, you should have asked me why they wouldn't respond. I don't ask everything.
Hmm.
You should know me by now that I don't ask everything. Something can happen. And I know you want me to ask you why. I am just that type. I just ignore certain things.
Hmm.
If I want to ask, meaning it touches me for me to ask. If I don't want to
Hmm.
ask, I will not ask. So I thought
Hmm.
that point blank, I don't ask anything. So you greet and they didn't answer. So what's a big deal? She was
Hmm.
everybody that she has worked with, and she greeted and they responded, will ask why, and she would tell her story. But because I didn't ask why, it shocked her. So I was, now tell me why. She said they are not talking to her because she has been accepted. Why
She has
has
been
she
what?
been, and she has been accepted, like excommunicated among their group. That is their,
Oh,
yeah, that is the
the culture.
Afghanistan group. Yeah,
Mm.
the among them. And this thing is I'm talking about is Canada here, Quebec City,
Oh
not
yeah.
Afghanistan, not in
Oh yeah.
Ghana.
There's things that go on. Yeah.
Yes. So I was, oh, why? Then she told me her mother had her when her mother was a little girl.
Hmm.
So her mother is now married to her stepfather,
That.
and
Hmm.
the stepfather now raped her in Afghanistan. But her mother said she shouldn't say anything because it's Afghanistan and nobody will listen. So she kept it in. But God being so lucky, she find herself in Canada with them.
Hmm.
So this time around, when she happened, she talked.
Told somebody. Hmm.
Yeah, and when she talked, it escalated. So
Yes.
because of that, the people, why would you even go outside and say, these people make a big deal? Because when she said it, she was taken from the house.
Yes.
She was now on her own. She's not
Hmm.
home anymore. And
Hmm.
because of that, she has been tagged the bad girl or the bad queen or the bad nut, if
Hmm.
there will be a name for it. So because of that, the people from the church have been warned not to talk to her. I
Look at
couldn't
that.
believe it.
Yes, that's
The,
how we are.
and the
Yes.
fact that it happened in Canada, I was,
Hmm.
wow.
You know something, Sheila? Let me tell you something. I always say this, or when I'm watching some lives and this topic comes up,
Yeah.
I write it, and maybe people may not get why I'm saying that. I always say culture versus faith, and the
Yeah.
culture always wins because
Yes.
your faith is about loving another human being, being compassionate to another human being. So if you were the one that this happened to, would you like it? But
I
because
wouldn't.
let's maintain the status quo, let's keep things quiet.
Yes.
So you ostracize her. Can you imagine?
I am
It goes.
throwing this in there because
Mhm.
it's not just African women.
Oh no, it's all across the board. It's all across. But yeah, there, no, sometimes it seems it's worse than because because of the way the perceptions, like I mean, it's the year 2020, and still some of the things that I hear going on, I shake my head. And I know it's all, but it's hard to take that at the same time, in the middle of progress, and that even progress in our own country, some of these things too are going on.
Yeah,
So
on the TV where they have the lady, Agrada's talk show or something. Agrada was
mhm.
saying the musician lady shouldn't have left the husband, because if not for anything, the husband have given her fame, and that fame is enough for her to stay there in that marriage. And what I'm saying here is, if other young girls are listening to that station, they already have that in there. Oh, she said after all, she has given me name. So even if I'm being killed, I should stay there.
I should say there, yes.
On that same show, I heard her made another, like everybody, they said it's a talk show or whatever. So
Mhm.
practically everybody on that platform agree with what the lady was saying, and they were accusing the lady's mother, and they even called her a witch. So I'm saying it's obviously that these old people being lynched will possibly happen again, or it's not going to stop,
It's
because
not
if
going to
you can
stop. It will continue.
sit on the TV and be saying somebody's mother is old and a
The way.
witch simply
Mhm.
because she supported her daughter being divorced, she's a witch, and they all of them were bold enough to call her witch on the TV
You
platform.
know, Sheila, nobody knows what goes on behind anybody's closed doors.
Yes.
Look, I'll use myself as an example, okay? And it's just an example. Like in our community, you know what I'm talking about, because I'm sure you've also felt it. If you are somebody that you keep to yourself, you won't take yourself, so people come and monkey and do their things and disrespect you. They say, "What's wrong?" Every
Of
time
course.
I laugh and I say that I'm sure that in places that we've been, when people see me in churches and all, see me and my husband, they'll say, "Oh, as for Mr. Badi, oh, he's a nice guy. Oh, he say." Until you have them so trend kakra. But meanwhile, you don't know what Mr. Badi is like.
Yeah.
Or what you
I
see something,
I
you
haven't
know
been
what I mean?
only watching home, but nani so there and on penny
Ah,
pa me might have been
on Pelipa,
penny
yes,
pa,
yes.
because you are not my friend and you don't know
No,
me, so you don't just see me one day and see want me to
Sheila, your sound.
want me to want my perm.
Sheila,
You
I'm saying your
the better.
sound is acting up. Do you want to go and come or talk? Is it better? Talk. Let me see.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
can you
Oh, I
hear
can
me?
hear you. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, yeah.
Seems like there's a
Okay,
delay.
so where were we?
Because
Okay.
I was disturbing you
So
about the sound. I can't even
the
remember.
fact okay. So
You're talking about me
I
home
don't
in
know
Penny
which.
Park and that.
Yes, they will tag you with all sorts of names. That is because you
Mhm.
haven't warmed up, or because you haven't been to where they want you to be. And I'm always saying this. You you are this. You don't expect
Boys are bread.
sorry, yeah, boys are brave. Even if they are not done with their work, they will come and tell you,
They are done.
I am done.
So
Boys, they are brave, mom.
when you finish your point, then I'll read some more. So we mhm.
Okay, Auntie,
So
yeah,
we are
I
talking
think we
about
should continue to
Ochre Mehun.
read. Yeah,
Okay.
I've been
So we
tired,
say okay.
but then, hey,
But
okay,
you know, this is where sometimes you don't put up with these things because you have found yourself. You know who you are and you put boundaries in place. I love people,
yes,
but I don't want you because for me, what I found is that anytime I'm dealing with people, I don't know what it is they think or who they think that I am, but they always want a way to come and put me down, and I won't stand for that. Every time they want to make some comment
I
to pull you down,
ignore.
and I say, I don't put up with that. Mm-mm. So,
I ignore and I listen to me first.
yeah,
I ignore. And I don't know
yeah.
if I don't have the habit of ignoring. Probably I would have still be on my shelf by now. That's why I'm encouraging. If you can ignore certain things in your life, it's
Mhm,
always good. Whatever you think that will be hard on you, try and ignore it.
mhm. Well,
It's
if you
always
ignore
good.
it and it's causing
Yeah.
you hurt, you have to find a way to deal with it. But if it's petty
Exactly, yeah.
little
But then,
things, then you can let it go.
instead of
Mm.
you to dwell on it and be
Yes,
thinking, oh, so because of this is like this, and
yes,
let it hurt you, then it will be better you just
hmm,
ignore it or overlook it.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So I'll read on. It says, your children have become your world. Your spouse is also your whole world. Your whole life is all dedicated to meeting their needs. Are your needs being met? What do you do for yourself? What are your interests? Do you have any? There are many lost, exhausted, and overwhelmed women out there. We don't blame you. We all love our families too. But, or I say, so how do you start making yourself a priority? What do you have to say about?
Of course, we got caught up and we forgot ourselves. Have I found myself in that era? Yes.
Yes.
But you have to watch up. I think reading books kind of help in a way.
Mm-hmm.
When
And
I
what about
found
those who don't
myself,
read? Will they find out
okay,
anything?
yeah, well, then retrieve back to yourself and find out which way am I losing.
Go.
Because by the end of the day, we all feel this overwhelmed. We feel like,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
what brain? So, you are
Yeah.
tired and you don't know what is making you
Yeah.
tired. And you feel like you are not even yourself.
Mm-hmm.
The last time, uh last Monday, I was since I'm not dressing up to go to work in the
Mm-hmm.
classroom and chasing the children anymore, I realized hardly do I even wake up to do makeup.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like most of my clothes are already hung up now. My boots are there.
Oh,
If
Sheila.
you are home and you are working from home, you forget yourself at the same time. You
Mm-hmm.
just wake up. Well, you put on your computer or whatsoever, you are behind it or typing
Mm-hmm.
or whatsoever. You forget to even dress up.
Mm-hmm.
So I was, it's like I'm cutting off. So, so I got the children were dressing, and I also dressed up. I put on my makeup and
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
And mommy, are you going to work? You see,
You got to keep it fresh.
exactly. So if you feel like you are going back, or if you feel like I've been on this pajama for too long, then just tell yourself to warm it up, spice it up a little. That's how I
Yeah.
say it. I mean, let me
Yeah.
just do my
Yeah.
thing. Hey, home shouldn't
Yeah.
swallow us up.
Mm-hmm.
COVID has bring a whole lot of job back home that not
Mm-hmm.
everybody is at the office anymore. But if
Yeah.
you find yourself in that in this, let's put it this way. Let's not forget ourselves simply because we are working from home. Let's
Yeah.
still do us. Let's
That's
still
what
call
message is saying.
COVID is
It
around.
said,
Mm-hmm.
be you. There's two comments. I'll read this
Yes.
one and read the other comment.
Mm-hmm.
Be you. You cannot
Mm-hmm.
please everybody. You should please yourself while caring for others. I like
Yes.
that. Thank you,
Yes.
Sage.
Yes.
You should please yourself. Yes, that's
Mm-hmm.
that's it right there. But most of us
Yeah.
women don't know that. And Yaa says some of us do not even discover ourselves before getting into relationships. It makes it even easier to lose ourselves when the children enter the picture. Bam, bam, bam.
Which is
You
very,
know,
very true.
it is
Very,
true
very, very true.
because we are
Yeah.
not taught. Like I said, the societal or the cultural profile is or bad dear. When I say anytime I say or bad dear, then I remember Ama or bad dear, So from birth, even sometimes even depending where you are or whatever is going on in your family, your father can even make the comment that, you know, it's almost like you are not important enough to be invested in,
No, no.
school and then leave the
Yeah.
So you, oh, as for you, somebody will come and marry you. That is like devaluing a
Another
human
thing
being.
I'm always saying, my father did a mistake because I'm the last born and I'm a daddy's girl. I never got a chance to have a mother, and my father took care of me all this while. But what I
Mm-hmm,
normally say is, I'm so grateful education was just good, that
mm-hmm,
he didn't say, oh, you have a lot of brothers and they will take care of you. You are the
mm-hmm,
last baby, so
mm-hmm,
don't go to school.
mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
if, yeah, it would have been something else. I don't know. I
Mm-hmm,
don't know how it
mm-hmm,
would have been. And a
mm-hmm.
lot of our women were also, they say, okay, well, anybody, you people should go to the farm. My man in school, which they did for a very long time, because yeah, so we have to go to the
Yeah,
kitchen.
yeah.
But forgotten that if you educate a woman, you are educating the
Mhm.
nation instead. You
I
see,
mean, like,
these are
all
our words.
yeah, all
These
those are
are the words.
important, right?
Yeah.
A woman should know or learn how to cook, because cook for herself. It's not because the way they say it, oh, Suana, you know, so that you go and make some man happy. What about if you are out on your own, or you have to go to college somewhere else and you have to eat? You need to do something. You need to. Like, what are you going to do? Right? So yeah, you said some of the things. Oh, I was going back to a comment, like even this
Mm-hmm.
dedicating yours. When my kids were younger, every Saturday, like you get this focus. Cleaning, cooking, cleaning, cleaning, cleaning. It got to a stage now they are grown up. They do some of it, and sometimes I'm just like,
Mm-hmm.
whatever. Yeah,
Yes.
if you come to my house and it's dirty, well, that's my house. I don't care.
Yeah,
I don't see.
exactly.
I don't see why I have to spend days and days, or um
Every
stand in the
day.
kitchen 7 hours to know that I'm a woman. I'm a woman regardless. But I'd rather do other things. I have other things that I need to think about. So if I want to cook, I don't think I should spend my whole day. I can, well, our food you are cooking, it takes longer. If I'm going to eat sandwich or throw some chicken or roast, whatever together, that's not long. But with our food, I'm saying if I'm going to cook, then maybe if I'm going to stand there, then by 2, 4, I should be finishing or whatever, but not the whole day that you say, oh, I can't go anywhere because I have to cook. Like, I mean, well, maybe I'm biased because to me, I don't like those things. I don't like to be told I need to do some things because I'm a woman. That doesn't sound good to me. It doesn't make me feel good. Or, but stay. No, no, because I have a brain, like the man has a brain, and any other woman too has. And I'd like to be given opportunity to use my brain too. And there are certain things that I did that, I mean, like I didn't know, right? But I'm saying that a lot of these things, they don't tell you per se. You're just growing up by chance, looking, watching. But
Yeah.
now, if I'm sitting here talking and somebody can hear me and let it sink into their spirit and into their mind that it is okay to find yourself and be yourself. You can love a man, you can love your children without losing your whole self. In fact, if you love yourself and you take care of yourself, you are able to be a better wife, a better mother, a better whatever, but a better you for you. So we're talking about being healthy up here, being healthy in your heart, because you don't want that your children grow up and then you're like, oh, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? What am I going to do? Oh, I stayed home because the kids were in school. Now they are able to. What am I going to do? You need to, even if you are doing that, you need to have a plan of the next stage. What will happen when the kids are going to junior high or whatever, that I can also go out and do a work or do something that I like. So I'm just going to read quickly some of the shifts. You said some of them. So making that shift, like how do you make yourself a priority? Take a step back. Learn to be deliberate. It is important that you make time for yourself. Get out for some fresh air. Go on a spa date. Meet up with some girlfriends. Do something you love. And I say, I'm not only my husband's wife, my children's mom, or my grandkids' grandma. I am me. So you can't take me away. I guard it jealously. Like I can't. I've seen enough. I've seen enough in life. I've seen enough in my marriage. I've seen enough in my family life to realize that I can't just give myself over like that. I need to take back me and be happy. So here's me. Like, this is what I'm doing. I never thought I'll be sitting here talking to Sheila Yajo or writing stuff, but now I do it, and I'm calling you a different name, Sheila Yajo. I've become
You, Sister Yabwa
so,
tomorrow, so different
and then
names.
yeah. So I am me. So you need to find out, like, it's important, you need to have something for you that you love to do, so that when your family, like, even yesterday I was watching Ajoado and Cecilia, and Ajoa was saying that it makes sense. I understood what she meant. Make space for yourself. You and your spouse do things together. You and your you do things separately. Your kids also have their time. They do their, so that nobody is like taking over. Some women are so possessive that, oh, it's the man, the man, the man. Like I heard maybe one of these lives. You see your husband going out, and then your face is squeezed. Oh, where is he going to? What is he going to do? Oh, this or
Protecting
that.
your
You to
territory.
go out.
They are protecting their territory. I don't
Oh,
blame
no,
them.
no, no, no. You are going, you to go out. If you feel that insecure, this is the trick. You also dress up. Not that you are going to a nightclub or anything. Oh, I'm coming, I'm going out. Let him also wonder where you have gone. Like you sit there and then like you are so hooked into this person that, no. What I always say, and I'll say it again. Does my husband breathe for me? No. Do I breathe for him? No. We are two separate individuals. You need to find your life outside of your relationships, right? Do you have any thoughts on some of the stuff I was saying?
Go out and have a coffee.
By yourself, whatever. Yeah.
Walk and listen to a music.
Hmm.
Well, if you don't want to spend, go for window shopping.
Yeah.
Don't
Just
leave your wallet at home. Just go.
take a break.
I mean, yeah, just take a
Take a
break.
break. Hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Do
then
you first. And
yeah.
those are part of the doing you first. That is what we are talking about. Have a break for yourself.
Hmm. But Sheila,
Take a rest.
you are made to feel like, no, you can't. Like in our, if the pressure, oh no, you have to do this. Like, remember Amma was saying, some woman told her that, oh, as for you, you are too much, and if you don't do this, your husband this, that. How on earth do you advise somebody that way? Look, I always say I'm a maverick. I don't toe any whatever. I just do what I feel is right for me. So then
But
you come
auntie,
and tell me, Mabo, you come and tell me that, oh, and so bro, what's what they ought to say? Like, you have to look at the person and see what is inside them and acknowledge them, value what is inside them. She didn't value her, so she's putting this pressure, putting her in the box and closing it. You don't
auntie,
do that.
no, auntie, yeah. That advice came from what she do and what she think was
Mhm.
okay for her. That was what she was giving.
Oh gosh, I don't know. Okay, so I'll continue reading. I say, who am I? What are my passions or interests? What makes me happy? These are some of the questions that you must ask yourself. Start spending time with the right people. Always remember to make yourself a priority. Start by making your happiness a daily priority. Let go of self-limiting behaviors. Set boundaries. Make time for rejuvenation and refreshment. Do not put yourself down or let others do that to you. Take up new challenges. And finally, I say, give yourself a timeout. It is okay. Any thoughts? Sheila, finish reading. So, yes, I think she's busy back there. These are some of the things that we're talking about, that you love your family very much, so you will do anything on this earth for them, which is rightly so. But you need to have that separation of being able to know that aside of this, your devotion to them and your service to your family, you also need to take care of yourself. So you can only do that if you make time for yourself. Don't allow anything, any situation, or anybody to run you ragged. I finished reading. I didn't know if you have any comments. Mhm.
Auntie, unless you go back again, I didn't hear that at all.
Oh, I was talking and then I was looking at you.
Okay, just throw a
Okay.
question in between.
Oh, okay. So I was saying that make yourself a daily priority, like find out what your passions and your interests are. What makes you happy, right? And so spend time with the right people too. Remember to make yourself a priority. Even if you're a mother busy, so even if you're still busy, you're looking after the kids, doing this, doing that, maybe 1 hour or 2 hours in the evening, make time for yourself. Like arrange with your spouse, something, go breathe somewhere, right? And then make your daily happiness a priority. It's not just, oh, I'm happy because, oh, my husband, I've cooked for my husband. Oh, but what made you happy? Like what makes you, like, what are you grateful for that day? It's okay to say, I was grateful that, oh, I'm so grateful that I've been able to serve my family and blah, 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 explain all that. And if that's what makes you happy and you haven't lost yourself in the process, you are okay. We're not saying that everybody staying at home, everybody being devoted, we're not saying it's a bad thing. We're just saying that I realize that a lot of women don't know who they are because their identity is in their marriage, their identity is in their children. So when you take those things away from them, they can't tell you who they are. So you let go of some of these self-limiting behaviors. Like if you're around a bunch of women who all they say, oh, media me crude, oh, media say, all that, the negative type, that's all that's expected of you, and you want to grow. Hey, do something new. Go to the library, get a book. I mean, you have kids, so you probably even go to the library. So while you are there, get one for yourself too and read it.
Of course, of
Open up a
course.
different world. Yes. And I said,
Auntie, I
set
think you
boundaries.
said
Mhm.
you did mention that you can take if you want to take two hours to cook. But we women at times we just wanted to make stew today. But before we realize we made a stew and we do something else and then we do something you get caught up in between. So by the
Look,
time you finish, it's like your entire day is gone. But you only wanted to make stew. But after the stew, oh, let me make a little pasty. Oh, after that, oh, maybe even if
Sheila,
I make a little jollof rice, you know.
Sheila, I'm laughing because I understand what you are saying. Like me, when I want to make something, I have to make two things. Lately, I'm at home working, and I'll look and I'll say, okay, maybe I'll just make this one thing. And I saw that other thing 2 days later, when this runs out, we would make something. So I stop
Yeah.
myself because every time I want to do it all together, so I don't have to be doing it every second day or something. So, but like
So
30 days, of course.
yeah, so we just forget ourselves to get ourselves caught in the middle.
Mhm.
But just as you said, if that is what make you happy, of course, that
Yeah,
was what
do
was
it.
make. We thought we are making home. We are
Hmm.
happy doing that, and we forgot totally about
Yeah.
ourselves.
Yes.
So if we want to give, if we are advising for us to give us time, then
Hmm.
it's not because we were not doing it because we didn't love it. It's because we thought
No.
we have embraced it. We have accepted it that this is our job. This is what we do. And
No.
this is the part
I was
whereby
just
we
being a
totally
dikidon. I
forgot.
was being an dikidon woman. Then I woke up.
That's the main reason why we totally left the men out. And
Hmm.
the last time too, I made mention that now we want the men back in. And it's we want it to happen like that, and it's not gonna
Hmm.
happen because
Yes.
we accepted this thing. We did it all by ourselves. Now all of a sudden we said, okay, we are tired, we can't anymore. You
Yeah.
to come and do it. It will take time. It will
Yeah.
be a gradual process for them to enjoy, for them to
But
come in.
yeah,
And
that was the superwoman syndrome because
mhm.
Ghana for my oh media my yes say me yes oh me oh my kitchen had there that, and so like okay, one day if you are sick, who's going to cook? If the man thinks they want to do something, let them help you. It's okay. We are the ones who do it. So yet be tired, and yes, we think that we have to be superwoman. I'm not. And I've stopped apologizing. I'm saying, you know what? If this is your expectation of who a Ghanaian whatever should be, then I don't fit that bill. I am me. I'll do what I can, but it's not going to be my whole life. I have things to do
My
that I.
palm is very soft, very, very. And I remember the boyfriend I have back home then was, would you even be able to wash my things
Shit.
because so I have to ask, so do I really have to wash your things before you want me? And then you are, wow. You, even when you come here, it's like you are just sitting down and you don't even want to maybe clean for me. So I was,
I'm not your maid.
this is not, no, I just said, this is not my room. So why should I clean for you?
Yeah,
I think if I'm coming, you should clean this place,
yeah,
not the
because I
other
deserve
way
respect.
around.
I'm coming to visit you, so clean
He
your room.
he laughed, he laughed over it and said, I know that is what you would say.
Good.
Meaning, yeah, meaning
No.
he knew me to that extent, or with
Hmm.
the little time that he know me, she kind of knew that that is what I'm
Hmm.
going to say, that it's not me, so I won't do.
Hmm.
But as time goes on, I realized that people actually have to go because we have to impress, or they have put
Hmm.
it in our mind that go and
Hmm.
impress. So it's like people have to go to their boyfriends' houses to go clean, sweep and
You say you
fetch
are not supposed
water.
to do that. Yeah.
Uh-huh. So as time goes on, I realized that we are women that have the idea of impressing. So
Hmm.
maybe we impress and impress at a point whereby
Hmm.
even the men didn't want it, but we still do it anyway because we have to
So it
impress them,
becomes
right?
accepted. Yes.
Exactly.
I'm going to take a
Uh-huh.
I'm going to take a commercial break and then we
Okay.
can see our
Okay.
final thoughts. Yeah. And we are back. Yes, so we've said what we have to say, like,
Yeah. So we have
it's
impressed so much. Are we
mhm,
happy doing it? Yes,
mhm,
we enjoy what we do, but it's about time we do us a little bit. Let's give
yes,
ourselves that little break.
a break.
Let's
Mhm,
find a moment to just rest, do us, be happy
mhm.
for ourselves, because the happy us is a happy family as well.
Yes,
Because when
yes,
we feel that joy and that fulfillment in us, then we can transfer that into our family too.
exactly, exactly. That's true. So yes, we've been talking about being unapologetically you finding yourself. And so even if you're a young girl and you've not you are a young lady, you're not married yet, and you are listening to us. These are some of the things that you need to be aware of, or the dynamics that always try to hold your own. Find out who you are, even if you are not married. Develop some interest. That is when don't sit there with a mindset that, oh, I'm a woman, so I need to get married. What do you do in the in between time? That is the best time for you that you can develop yourself, grow yourself, learn new skills, whatever it might be. It doesn't matter. Maybe you want to be a photographer, you want to go ride a horse. And when you get married, your husband will say, oh, Ponkodi. They'll say, Ponkodi, as for me and horses, dear, no, we can't do those things. When you have that freedom to do what you want, enjoy it instead of sitting there pining for something to happen. A lot of times we've even lost ourselves before we began that journey. So
Yes.
if you don't take that time to work on yourself, and your eyes are not open or alert to know who's coming into your circle, like if you're so focused on that um, myth, that rainbow fairy tale, and then you might even forget to be looking properly, and then you'll go end up with somebody that you shouldn't even have considered in the first place. And a lot of women have settled, a lot. And it's not to say set the bar so high that you owe everybody who comes. So no, no, no. That's not what we are talking about. But if you have healthy self-esteem, healthy knowledge or awareness of who you are, you will take some of these things into consideration. And the most important thing, even, is to have some financial independence. Learn something, do something for yourself. Don't be those sitting around saying that, oh, media, dear, what I know, and they say, or bear man, a show bar. No, you are supposed to be there to help. Help yourself and help him. So we've said a lot, but we can't say everything. We've just said a little that we know. So you can reflect on it, pray about it, and if we've said something you haven't even given much thought to, this is the time. Start thinking for yourself and start changing some of those dynamics.
What I wanted to add to that is we should all know that in every situation we are never alone.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why we are never alone is because it's like you find yourself in a certain places before you realize there is somebody that is there with you. Because back in Montreal,
Mm-hmm.
I go to movie alone.
Mm-hmm.
One day I was just I was I'm just bored. Let me just
Mm-hmm.
go to a movie. I
Mm-hmm.
got to the movie and realized that I'm not the only one coming to the movie
Thank you. Yeah.
alone.
Mm-hmm.
And I can just get up and go to Montreal. They have this beautiful restaurant called Casa Grec. Their
Mm-hmm.
food is just awesome. I can just walk up there and eat myself.
Mm-hmm.
On the process, I realized that I met other people other ladies or girls, young girls at my type at my age at
Mm-hmm.
that time that can also just bold enough walking.
Could do
And
that.
then you walk and then you talk and become friends.
Yes.
You can go to Tim Hortons, and whilst you are sitting there, you definitely find somebody who is also there to
Mm-hmm.
also alone and can have a
Mm-hmm.
little share, a little conversation with you. So,
Mm-hmm.
so that is the main reason why don't feel like I will go alone and I won't. No, you go
Mm-hmm.
and you definitely find somebody who is
Somebody.
also
Yes.
there
Mm-hmm.
lonely like you and join you,
Mm-hmm.
have a coffee, have a little
Mm-hmm.
conversation, and just walk away
Mm-hmm.
and all that. So, in every whatever it is that we found ourselves with, we just have to try and do us.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do us. Let's
Yeah.
ignore what people will say and just do us.
You made me remember my friend. She passed away. Yeah, and she had told me this, that she said she doesn't know, like doing just getting up and going to do something by herself, but her daughter, it's her only daughter. She said she can just get up and say she's traveling to Atlanta to go to a Christian women's conference, and she'll do it and go meet up with people and do things. So just that spontaneity, like us, I must say, if you see, and maybe I'm generalizing, but forgive me, I have to just apply it broadly. If you see a Ghanaian woman or an African woman who's out there just doing their whatever, people look at them that, oh, yeah, they are different. Most of us are not adventurous. Most of us, we go, oh, like,
If I
yeah,
tell you which country or which places I have traveled, you'll be
mhm,
surprised. I'm a
yeah,
traveler and I do it
yeah.
all.
Then Nana should come and my daughter will like traveling. Sometimes she wants to go here, she wants to go there. So I should, I
I
should, I
am
should hook
just
her
that
up with you.
wild card. For my friends, my little
Mhm.
friends that know me, there was that's Sheila for you. I am gone with my
Yeah,
bag. I am gone
yeah,
with this Canada alone. Come on, they call me international.
yeah. So
So
I
yes,
don't know.
find a way to do you. It's
Yeah, yeah,
good.
yeah,
Let's
yeah,
do us a
yeah.
little.
So we thank you for listening to us tonight. We'll be back next Sunday. Like we said on Sunday, if you watched us, there's no program this Sunday because it's Thanksgiving, but we'll be back on the 18th with Ya Russell and the other ladies to continue our series, A Woman's Heart. So thank you for listening. Miss Sage, thank you so much. Yeah, thank you for joining us, and anybody else, be blessed. Those who come after, I hope that you take something from this. Thank you, Sheila. Have a good night. So see you guys.
Thank you too, Auntie Ya and Auntie Ya Boatma. If
Mhm.
you don't have a plan for this Thanksgiving, try Sheila's Kitchen. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Well, you should have come and put
Or
your ad on or
anybody else in
something.
Edmonton areas, try
Mhm.
Sheila's Kitchen. I have something special for
Cool.
this Thanksgiving.
Cool. That's good. Hey, um, don't leave yet. We'll talk backstage. I'll tell you. Okay.
Okay.
Bye,
Okay.
guys. Take care.
Bye.